say that like that.
Hey, man. Hey, I'm a Ninja Turtles fan. Okay, I will ooze wherever I like.
This one drink that's not even bad, you won't drink, and I'm confused. I am in anger.
Good for you guys. I don't watch a lot of movies. I go outside. Okay?
Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Too Many Words podcast. I'm your host, Isaac William Joseph, and you are?
I don't know anymore, man.
All right, my best friend Jordan Van Cleve and co-host right here with his suspenders. Is this the first time you've worn suspenders on the podcast?
I don't know anymore, man.
All right. So, Jordan and I...
I've been through some shit today.
Of course, if you're watching us on visuals... We are at Fleur Cinema and Cafe once again. And
love it here.
We watched a very fun movie, I'd like to think.
More fun than you, party pooper.
All right. And so I think given how successful our last movie review was, last movie review at Fleur was, let's just wash, rinse, and repeat that system in blocking. What did we do before the movie review?
I don't remember.
We said hello.
I've been
Thank
through
you
too
for
much
listening.
today, man.
Thank you for listening to the Too Many Words podcast and or watching the Too Many Words podcast. Of course, if you want to find us somewhere else, all of our platforms are Scald Stone Productions on YouTube, and listening platforms are such as Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts. But if you want to find us on socials, at Too Many Words Podcast on pretty much everything except for TikTok, which is at Too Many Words Pod. So, keeping it simple. Jordan, do we do Word of the Week, or do we skip that for this one?
I thought we skipped it.
Heck yeah. Okay, so
I don't
announcements.
remember, though,
Let's
to be
just do
honest.
announcements and then the movie review. We watched The Monkey at Fleur Cinema. And,
That's a weird announcement.
I just want to get that out of the way because I've had people direct text me, direct message me, and say, "Guys, you didn't even say what the movie was for like the first 30 minutes."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who said that?
Tasha Moon. So she's giving out pretty great advice on how we can be better. So. What?
Okay, I'm just
What?
gonna not continue on that conversation.
Okay. Cool.
It's Sunday.
Do we have anything new to announce
yes,
for the podcast?
actually.
What's up?
We are officially a sponsor.
A sponsor? We're
of
paying people?
Casey Briggs, the world axe thrower.
Oh, sweet. How much money do we got to give them?
None.
Oh, okay. We're a sponsor for Casey Briggs, the
Yes.
axe thrower.
Our logo will be on his new jersey.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
It'll be on Axe Throwing TV.
it will be, actually.
Yeah. That's actually really cool. So, Scaldstone?
No, too many words.
Too many words.
I gave him the option of doing both. I gave him both logos, and he chose too many words.
Like, of doing either? Or,
I gave him both.
all right. Cool beans. How's it gonna look on there?
Well,
Is it like a circle emblem?
Because he shared it already into the group chat.
Ooh.
So there's the front.
All right. All right.
There's the back.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, my gosh. That's so cool. I like that. We made it on a freaking Pro League jersey.
Yeah.
We're on a Pro League jersey.
Like real official stuff, actually.
I like that.
He even mentioned you in the message about it.
Did he?
Yeah. Like, he didn't check it.
I guess I gotta check
Actually, no. Never mind. He did not mention you.
What do you mean?
Because he mentioned your old Snapchat.
Well, he's probably still talking about me. What's up? What do you want to say to me?
Yeah. Well, no, I meant like
He just wanted
mentioned
me
it
to
as in, like,
notice.
he added you.
Oh,
So
nice. I need to be more active in that chat.
Well, you I guess people keep mentioning your old Snapchat account. Maybe I should just remove it.
You should.
Should I?
And then people are going to be like, what happened to Isaac? And I'm going to be like, I happened to Isaac. What?
That's really funny.
Okay.
You just come in with your other account that's already in there and you just be like, I happened. And people are going to be like, what?
I am the new Isaac. New and improved. Born again.
Goodbye, worthy to see.
Yes, sir. Goodbye. And welcome home, Isaac Directs. Baby girl. Any announcements? Shooting for the film that I'm making this year is in April. I mean, you might know this, you might not know this, person listening, but yeah. It's kind of weird feeling like there's no gears spinning on it right now. But I'm just going to trust the process that come March, people are going to actually start committing to this project. So
I will say, it looks like I am confirmed to be here, be in town the month of April, like part of the month of April. So I'll probably be leaving the 11th of April.
Cool beans.
To be, gone for the whole month.
Yeah.
So you got me for those first 10 days.
For what?
Whatever reason.
I don't need you ever. Sit down.
Okay.
We will
He's been
record.
on this mood today where he's just like, I don't need no boy but me.
What kind of mood?
Screw everyone.
What? When?
You're being super like ungrateful. I swear. Like just of my presence, of my
Right before we
existence.
recorded, he sent me a
I'm
TikTok.
not even just
and he
talking
sent
about
that to
that.
me, and he was really excited that I was going to see this TikTok. And then I watched the TikTok. I'm like, yeah, cool TikTok.
No, you didn't say that. You said it was awful.
I did not say it was awful.
You said it was awful.
Okay, it was an awful TikTok.
It was not.
It was a waste of time.
You're a waste of time.
Send me a video of rats dancing. Wow.
Yeah, someone 3D animated that, took time and effort, and then it was like a crossover between like 4 different IPs, man.
Not my
Because like
taste.
the rat is like dancing. It's a trending rat thing right now, right? So like it opens up with the Ratatouille, and it's like they open up the thing, and like there's Remy from Ratatouille, and they're dancing with the trending dancing rat, and then they just keep crossing over into other worlds, and like the next one's like Ninja Turtles, and then they get Master Splinter in on that, and like then the next one's the Fantastic Mr. Fox, and then you get like a bunch of other rats dancing in on that. It's crazy.
If you want to fund the short film in any way that you can,
Don't.
with
I don't
either
want you
monetary
to. I
value
don't want
or
you to.
props,
This guy's mean.
please email
He's
us
ungrateful.
at Scaldstone Productions
That should be all the reason you need.
at gmail.com, SKALDSTONE Productions at gmail.com.
All that was a joke.
And
We would like your money, please.
final announcement.
It's very hard.
Too Many
doing this.
Burgers 3 Extra Cheesy, September 18th, a.k.a. National Cheeseburger Day. So it just makes sense that you're there, we're there, having a good time, talking about movies, burgers,
I got another
and
announcement.
comedy. What?
Too Many Burgers 4, September 18th, 2026.
Okay. And so, please be there. Please. It's a weekday, so save the date. Get that day off of work. I would love to get... Please, for the love of God, don't get married on that date. All right? For the 2 previous annual events of us doing this, there's been people that are like, oh, I'm getting married. Oh, I'm celebrating my anniversary. Oh, I'm a groomsman. Meh. So, we pushed it into September, which is like right after wedding season.
If you don't show up, you're a bum.
You're not a bum.
No, you
But
are.
like the one excuse that I keep hearing is just, it's still valid, but very annoying, of anything wedding related. Bruh. If you're getting married in the middle of September, first of all, respect, but come on, we're trying so hard to make things easier for people to come here, and honestly, both years have had great showings. It's just we're trying to get out of
That's why
wedding
we're
season.
announcing it as early as possible.
Yeah. We're trying to get out of wedding season. Don't get married on that day. But hey, enough talk about rats. Let's talk about the monkey.
Yeah.
Jordan, do you have any service thoughts about the monkey?
Well, see, I already knew about this movie.
You knew about
I was
this
pretty
movie.
well educated about it, actually.
Okay.
It's the same crew behind Long Legs.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, it's certainly a movie.
It is a horror comedy, and I did not know that there was any comedy going to be that was going to be in this movie. I've never watched or read the original Stephen King novel on it, so I don't know if there's comedy in that.
I didn't know there was.
Yeah,
I knew,
so
I knew
it was
he
basically
involved, but I didn't know it was based off of his.
yeah,
book.
it was adapted by Stephen King's original novel, The Monkey,
Okay.
directed by Oz Perkins, and the leading cast is Theo James,
Love that guy.
and pretty much Theo James, but like his son was played by Colin O'Brien as Petey. Elijah Wood was in it.
The guy.
Adam Scott was at the very beginning of it.
Yep. Yeah, he was. Love that guy too.
Yeah.
The director of Long Legs was the uncle.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it did say Chip right here, and I was trying to remember who Chip was. So, the uncle?
Uncle, yeah.
All right, cool. So, this is a rated R, 2025 horror comedy, hour and a half long, The Monkey, and it was out of what? What's it called? Production company. Who produced this film? Like, what company? It's not
Neon.
Neon. Okay. Is that like newer?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. One day, Scaldstone Productions will be that. And we'll just run by Scaldstone because productions, like, that's cliche. But it'll be whatever.
I don't think Amblin Entertainment thinks it that way.
Amblin Entertainment is from a different time where you had to say what it was.
I don't think so.
If they went by Amblin, they would have found just his short film that he did. So that was already taken. So Amblin Entertainment. Good, sexy man.
He just doesn't like the word production. It's because he's racist.
I just think it's like once we become a more reputable brand, people will know when we say Scaldstone. You know?
I don't think so.
Like, I think it's efficiency, recognition, signature, all the good things.
He only says that because it's shorter.
One of the biggest
More
brands in the
marketable.
world is 4 letters.
Yeet.
Nike.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's not Nike Shoe Company.
It is though.
It is. But guess what? People know that. They don't need to say Nike Shoe Company. They don't even need the word Nike in their logo. People know what the hell that is. Yeah.
Give me another example.
Well, put Too Many Words podcast logo on a professional axe throwing league jersey. People don't know what the hell that
Give me
is.
another example that's not us.
Adidas. 3 stripes.
It's more than 4 letters.
Amazon Smile on the box. Doesn't say Amazon.
I think it does though.
No, it doesn't. You want to argue with me about what's on the Amazon box?
The tape does.
Some of them, yes.
I mean, some of them. Well, they all say Amazon Prime.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure.
You sure?
Like all the packages I've ever gotten have said that. The blue tape.
You're super wonderful. What were we talking about?
You being ungrateful.
All goes back to ungrateful.
In a mean mood today.
I want to make it scaldstone.com. He hates that I want to drop the productions. I feel like it would be sectors, especially when we get bigger. Like at the beginning of like Marvel products. Marvel Animation, if it's animated. Marvel Studios, Scaldstone Podcasts. Scaldstone Productions. Scaldstone Gaming. Scaldstone
I don't like it.
Articles.
I don't like it. I think I gotta turn in my resignation letter then.
All right. Better be very well written.
It won't be.
Oh. All right. So, Jordan, give the audience a spoiler-free plot synopsis.
Monkey terrorizes a family.
I got a better one. Final Destination, but monkey.
I had that same thought.
Yeah? It's very Final Destination esque. So, Jordan, say something funny while I get to my notes here, finally.
When the rooster crows, he goes, ooh, 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 ooh.
Okay, cool. How was your theater experience, sir?
0 out of 10.
Okay. Spoiler free. No,
This
we
is
already
10
did
out
that.
of 10. This is Fleur cinema. What are you talking about?
Okay. Yeah, it was a great experience. Theater experience, always good. I feel like the movie The Monkey is the exact type of movie that people should come here for.
Sure, yeah.
Like that was a movie that you watch at Fleur Cinema, baby. Come on now. All right. So spoiler warning, because I think we're about to get into it. Jordan, what are some parts that you liked about this movie?
It's a really good question.
Yes, sir.
So I think something I liked would be just the overall spookiness of it, honestly. Like, they did a good job portraying, like, oh, it's spooky. Like, sometimes, like, with scary movies, they're just like, cheesy as fuck. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is cheesy as fuck. But, like, it's gonna go into my favorite scene. When the kid is staring out the window and the monkey just sort of appears.
Mm-hmm.
That was my favorite scene. That was cool. That was a really well done scene. It was crafted good. But like, that really put the spook on, you know?
Put the spook on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
No.
Not right now.
No. Not at all.
I like how the lead male actor was. He looked like if James Franco made better decisions. Does he give you James Franco?
He looks like the love child of why am I brain farting? His
James
name?
Franco and Pete Davidson?
No, actually, not even
Nope.
close
Okay.
to either of them.
Okay. See, he sounds like Pete Davidson. Looks like James Franco. But like a better, stronger James Franco.
I think he both looks and sounds like. That's not what I wanted.
We're talking about actor.
Yeah.
Actor Theo James. James Franco. Theo James, you did a pretty good job in this movie. Let's see. Who
There it
played
is.
the younger versions of these guys?
Jeff Goldblum. He's like the love child of Jeff Goldblum. I swear, he looks like him. He
Jeff
sounds like
Goldblum and who?
just Jeff Goldblum.
So like he just looks like Jeff Goldblum's son.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. When people say the love child, it's like
Jeff Goldblum and Jeff Goldblum.
Okay.
Because, like, it's Jeff Goldblum. He produces only with himself. It's Jeff Goldblum.
I need
he's
reminded.
like the dinosaurs.
I need reminded of. You think he looks like Jeff Goldblum?
I think he looks exactly like Jeff Goldblum, and I think he sounds like him, too.
Okay, you're a little wacky. But anyways, moving on. What I liked about this movie,
I'm wacky for that, I guess.
it's weird. I would have the same adjective for why this movie is good and also what I didn't like about this movie. This movie was both unpredictable, but also very predictable. You know what I'm saying with that? Where you almost kind of figured where things were kind of going in the story, right? Most of the time. But then there would be things that were like, you get a little bit more finer in the details of where this is going. And some elements are very unexpected. You know, and maybe it's because in the first act you're learning a lot about the movie, you know, like the whole point of, you know, we compared this to Final Destination. The whole point of Final Destination was the super creative, unexpected style deaths.
Yeah, there was definitely some of that.
And there was exactly that in this movie. What I actually
Crazy.
really do appreciate was that I can just feel like they threw out all logistics, almost all logistics in this movie for
That's
the
the
sake
thing.
of wow factor.
So,
And I almost respect it because I think you're about to bring up something that you don't like, right?
yeah,
Right? Okay, so we'll wait. I really like the fact that they're just like, people know that, like, deaths and gore can be exaggerated in movies. Well, what if we just said, screw it with even trying to be realistic about it? We're just going to have some pretty awesome shots of things happening because we have a special effects budget, you know? And so, I mean, that's all I can share right now without getting into some awards that I have for some personal spots. But, Jordan, what did you not like about this movie?
So it started out really mild. Like, the deaths were pretty believable, pretty tame, and like none of them were like super impossible, super improbable.
You mean
And
that
then-
very first one?
Like the first like 4.
What about that pawn shop death in the very beginning?
That's definitely possible.
Yeah, I mean, it was a domino effect, but I guess, yeah.
And then it just progressively kept getting more and more not possible.
I think that was like the joke.
If I had to guess, yeah. Cause like it just kept ramping up. I was like, that's not how that works. What? I was thoroughly confused sometimes.
Like the electrical powered pool scene where there's
that
a
does
woman.
not make people explode.
This woman jumps in, and you thought she was going to get electrocuted to death. And we've seen movies. We know what people look like when they're getting electrocuted. But like this person, it almost as if they were like Jesus, and they only hit the top of the water. They never went in
And they
because
popped like a balloon.
it went kaboom. It's hilarious, man. Oh man, that was so good. It was so good.
I'm sure if that's what you call good. That was the only thing I actively didn't like about this movie.
I think
it's just how like unrealistic some of the deaths got.
I wonder what Stephen King thinks of the movie. He's pretty famous for disliking a lot of his adaptations.
Yeah.
But like
there's like a couple that
I really want to
did,
hear his words on it.
But like yeah, I want to say he's probably done an interview about it already.
I think he hates The Shining.
Pretty sure that's something he said in an interview.
Yeah. Him and Kubrick do not get along.
Yeah, that's like a thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'd believe it. But The Shining
I mean,
is,
Kubrick didn't get along with a lot of people.
Shining is such a good movie, though.
It is. Bad person director, though.
Why?
Oh, dude, just look into it. There's like a lot of stories about how this guy was just like an absolute madman, control freak. And on a certain level, all directors are. You kind of have to if you want to get a movie done. But like...
Told I look like a lumberjack twice today.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a plaid day for us.
Yes. James just sent me a message on Snapchat.
About?
You removed Isaac? He was concerned. I was like, I was like, look harder.
All right.
All right, what were we talking about?
Hello, and welcome back to the
Man, that was completely unnecessary.
the middle of episode 133.
Yep.
Ran into some technical difficulties, but it's okay. Where were we? Parts we didn't like about this movie. And I think I was talking about how unpredictable yet predictable this movie was.
Yeah, I was talking about how the deaths just kept ramping up to more and more not realistic.
Yeah. See, there's very little of what not to like about this movie because there's so much good about this movie. It immediately reels you in, and it keeps you there the entire time. Because I've got ADHD. There's been times where I'm sitting through a long movie, and it's also not very long. This is like the first time in a long time we've hit a Fleur movie that's under 2 hours.
Yeah.
And it kept you in because like there's been times where I sit and I'm like glancing over to my phone. And I'm not looking at it because it's turned off, like a good man should, unless you're taking notes because you review movies. But Lord knows that if I have my phone on, I'm astray from those notes. But I did not have that feeling at all throughout this movie. This was a good, tight-knit story from beginning to end. And if you like gore, this is a great movie. And honestly, I think there was some pretty genius arcs in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Genius.
I don't think that this is like... It plays very minimal character arcs in this movie. But for adding... logic... Like, yes, all logic goes out the door with these deaths, right? But when it comes to rhyme or reason, what's it called? When like a D&D character has like a goal.
A goal?
No. It'll come back to me some other time. But it, like, all the turning points made sense. Like the brother wanting to kill his brother. Both brothers had reasons that why they wanted to kill each other, right? And I think there was, in terms of story, not a lot of plot holes, if any, to be honest. I think it was very sensical in that way.
Got a red stain there.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what that's from
Mhm.
because it looks like lipstick.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
We know what kind of man you are, Jordan.
Okay.
Lipstick? I'm not surprised. Usually you're the kiss ass. Anyways,
Not gay.
so
Not that that's a bad thing.
before we do awards, let's take a break and do an ad read
Oh yeah, I forgot about
for
that.
Fleur Cinema and Cafe, Jordan. Well, while you're doing that, we do not have a drink for this month's review, but we will review for the first time ever Fleur Cinema popcorn, much like we kind of did at the very first review
Yeah.
of Fleur Cinema.
Isn't that a throwback?
Yeah.
The one
and-
that failed.
Yeah, the one that failed and never made it. But would you like to try this popcorn, Jordan?
No.
It's special
Why?
because it's a review. Jordan. Jordan does not like popcorn. Let's just get that out of the way. So he's going to have, like, you know, a pretty curved grade on it.
It's 10 out of 10.
Jordan, describe to me what you're tasting.
Butter, and salt, corn,
And pop.
no pop,
No pop.
no pop.
Wow. No pop. No pop. Just like, let's see.
All right, shut up for a second. This week's episode is brought to you
Just
in
one
part-
second? How many seconds? You said shut up for a second.
You saw me plotting.
How long?
I don't know. How long does it take? You know what?
For you to read
it.
your own
You
ad?
read it. You read it.
I've never read this before, so forgive me if I stutter. 1 second. I need to clear my throat. I've been drinking popcorn. Okay. This week's episode is brought to you in part by Fleur Cinema and Cafe, a wonderful and fantastic location to fulfill all your movie-going needs. With affordable prices and affordable snacks, fresh popped popcorn, candy, and you can even get a fresh brewed coffee to enjoy with a companion.
Yeah,
All right.
companion.
While you relax in their cozy and welcoming lobby with plenty of seating and tables for all your movie discussing needs and for those of age. I hate that part so much. And for those of age,
You have to be a certain age, in order to drink alcohol.
you can also get your favorite wines and brews on tap
Tap.
to enjoy during your experience there. So swing on over to the Fleur Cinema and Cafe located at 4545 Fleur Drive, Des Moines, Iowa, and enjoy a movie or enjoy the company of friends over a drink of your choosing. Bro, that's like 2 of the longest run-on sentences I've ever... Is there a period in here?
My punctuation's not great, but like that's besides the point. Punctuation's not real anyway, so
I'm going to pretend you did not say that. I'm going to give this popcorn a 10 out of 10. Not just on taste, but presentation. These are the cutest little popcorn
look at your
buckets.
fingers. They look brand new.
We've learned a lot since our last discussion about hand washing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're talking about my burn heels, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They look good. It looks
Yes,
good.
sir.
You
They
heal
look-
up nicely.
Yeah, I'm the cousin of Wolverine and Deadpool. But yes, 10 out of 10 popcorn. If you get a large, it comes with a plastic lid to preserve freshness because they know that you're going to save some for later because it's just that good. All right? Because
Also,
some
a
popcorn
large.
places... What?
A large.
Yeah, they know that you can't
It's a
finish
lot.
it in one sitting. But guess what? They don't do that everywhere. Some popcorn places, you just dump it. when the movie's over. But not here at Fleur Cinema. You wanna take that one home, all right? Because they got salted butter powder over on the side over here. Perfect. Mwah. And they also have, what's that brown stuff?
I have no idea.
I forget, but it's healthy, and I think it's what is it? Was it gluten-free stuff?
Still have no idea what you're talking about.
It's so they got options for even the weirdos out there.
The weirdos.
All I'm saying is, if for not, you come for movies. If for not, you come to Fleur for the drinks. If for not, you come for the great customer service and scenery and energy. You come for the popcorn, baby girl. 10 out of 10 popcorn.
10 out of 10 popcorn.
Yes, sir. Why don't you like popcorn?
I get stuck in my teeth.
Gets stuck in my teeth too. I also hate popcorn. But sometimes I'm just like, man, I could get me some popcorn.
That doesn't happen.
Here's the thing though.
Because, like, it gets really bad in my teeth. Like I obsess over it. Like, picking at it with my tongue, and then my tongue starts to bleed.
Here's the thing though with me. I will never, ever, ever, unless I'm trying to do like a cute movie night, ever buy popcorn at the store. If I'm eating popcorn, it's at a theater, it's because I'm watching a movie. But if I'm in
theater
the
popcorn's crispier than home popcorn.
See, I don't really. I think it's just the gimmick of at the movies at home, you know. Other than that, I'm never eating popcorn.
Home popcorn it has a different texture. It does.
1 second. I should not be eating this much on recording, but
And a special message to Isaac's mother.
What about my
have
mom?
to-
What about my mom?
I have
What about my
to
mom? What about my mom?
be one of those people
What are you
that
talking about?
uses
What are you talking about?
notes of
Whoa.
this and descriptive flavors for my job because I want to be certified in things. I'm not going to disclose on the podcast. I just want you to know that, Mr. Isaac's mom.
Mister is crazy, bro.
Mrs. Isaac's mom.
Why do you speak on this?
Because
What did my mom do?
Apparently, you showed your mom our last episode here at Fleur, and she was roasting me. She was bullying me, and because I used the word notes, and I'm like, well, that's what people say to describe things that they're tasting. But like, I do actually, like, part of my job description is to be able to describe things in detail. Tasting notes and whatnot.
What's funny is that I've used the word notes in that fashion on this podcast. It's just that my mom is clearly not supportive enough to know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like
She's not even supportive enough to hear this moment.
I'm also like a whiskey enjoyer, so like that's also something that is used very frequently with that.
We get it. You're an alcoholic.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. What I did like was there was some sense of misdirection in this movie.
Yeah.
Um,
There definitely was. Like the little twist at the end. Just a little twist.
I think just what was the little twist?
Or I should say the third act. A little twist where it was the brother pulling the string or killing people all along.
Yeah, that was a good reveal. That was a good reveal. I think I liked that. That was good. I was confused by the ghost man on a horse at the very end. Were you confused?
I think that was supposed to be like death.
All right. I don't know. Must have been a from the book kind of thing.
Maybe, but I think it was symbolic. Like it was symbolism. Like, or maybe even it was literally like the angel of death.
It did come right after they were saying some pretty good stuff
About owning
the monkey. Like,
owning the monkey.
what we do with it now? Well, we keep it close
Because like he
and
gave
accept that it's ours.
him a little nod to the guy on the horse, and I think it was a big world building moment. And that goes into something else that I did actually like about this movie is it built up a world that I think is very interesting that could be explored again. Like not a sequel, but like something else that exists here.
Yeah.
I just think I view that as like being, I don't want to say the angel of death, but like the rider of death.
That's
like
actually cool.
That's like a thing too, I think. Because like they say death rides a horse, 4 horsemen, right?
Yeah.
One of them is death.
And one of them's Ric Flair. And I think Arn Anderson. I can't remember fully. But yeah.
You think Ric Flair has ever like used a flare?
Maybe that's why Ric Flair won't die. One of the 4 horsemen is death. And he's on the 4 horsemen. That's crazy.
Okay.
You got anything to say, sir?
No, I don't.
Oh yeah, one more thing before we do awards. One thing I don't like about this movie, the corniest death I've ever seen in cinema ever. And it's corny not just for the sheer fact that it is, but just because it was poorly done. And I'm talking about the death of the ant.
I don't think that one was that corny.
When her head was on fire, she did the most non-believable.
Have you been on fire before? That's one of the few I would say it's still more believable, actually.
I think that was like the corniest death I've ever seen in my entire life. And we're not talking about unbelievable for logic and fact standards. Like we're not like the most unbelievable death in that regard is the woman diving into the pool and exploding.
The bees.
That too, okay? But what
That
I'm
made
talking about,
literally 0 sense.
what I'm talking about is how this woman ended up dying. It's so ridiculous.
It was like
if
a
my
chain of
head's on
events.
fire, I'm turning on the sink. All right?
It was another one. Well, I mean, she couldn't see.
Okay.
Her fucking face was on
She
fire.
probably knows the anatomy of a kitchen she's lived in for 30 years.
Oh.
Also, stop, drop, and roll, mother trucker.
Yeah, that is that.
Are you kidding me? And then also, she steps into like a cone thing at the bottom of her doorstep.
Yeah.
And then she runs into her for sale post hard enough to impale her forehead? All right.
I think it went up her mouth.
So.
That's the way I saw it.
So.
That part I understand. The part I don't understand about that death. So it was supposed to be, like I said, a chain of events thing. They do that periodically throughout this movie where some deaths are like a chain of events, right? This was supposed to be one of them. But the problem is rubbing alcohol does not burn like that.
I haven't tried.
It's like something we did in science class in school is you can put rubbing alcohol on your hands, light it on fire, and then poof, it's gone already.
Yeah,
it burns
because
up instantly.
Because the heat of the fire, doesn't that just dry up the source of it?
Yeah, it burns it up.
Yeah.
Because fire needs something to light, to ignite. It needs something to burn in order to still burn, right? And some people would say, "Oh, she had hair, a bunch of hair on her face, and head and stuff." I was like, "Well, yeah, but like, that is not enough to signify that much fire."
For how fast it lit up, yeah.
If anything, her face would have lit up, and then her hair would have still been smoldering.
They probably
just a
used
little
real
bit.
rubbing alcohol to shoot it.
But like her whole face was on fire the entire time, and it was
Yeah.
like a straight up like solid like minute.
Yeah, I'm talking about like they probably just refabricated what it actually looked like, you know, or whatever. I don't know. They used their budget really well for some of these
Yeah.
crazy deaths. But yes, let's get right into awards. Best acting.
I'm gonna give it to the nerdy younger brother.
Okay, that's a good one. I actually really like that. I might have to agree with you
The young one.
because now I gotta figure out who that was. Jordan, say something funny, or maybe even go into depth of why.
He did it well. It seemed like he was a guy that actually wanted to act. Now, sure, I don't know whether or not he was an actual twin. If he is, that's cool. If he's not, and he played both those roles, that also takes some effort. The older version of him is not a twin. I know that for sure.
Christian Convery.
Yeah.
I'd like to think, for his age and experience, it was very well done.
He is not a twin. He did actually play both.
Really?
Yeah.
That was some good... Okay, cool. Cool beans.
Did you recognize the mom at all?
Maybe.
Maybe.
1 second. I think I did. Isn't that She-Hulk?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. This is her best role.
I thought she did again. She-Hulk. I liked that show.
Yeah. I'm glad that she's in other projects.
Yeah.
I love it when Marvel can skyrocket someone's career.
She's also very pretty.
She is. She really is.
Yeah.
See, for me, my struggle with the acting in this movie is I don't think it's a matter of the actors. I think it was a matter of the writing. I don't know who was the lead script writer because, you know...
The same guy as the director.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. See, I think there's probably hundreds, if not thousands, of movies that might run into this issue. And as a film writer, it's very difficult, but very important to be aware of your writing style
Yeah.
and your writing habits.
Yeah.
Because I feel like most of this movie, you could tell. Like, obviously, most movies are going to be written by 1 to 3 guys, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You could tell that most of these people, their dialogue was written by the same guy.
Well,
Because most of these people acted quite similarly across the...
I think that was the intention, though. Like,
Why?
this dude also did Longlegs. He was the writer-director of that as well.
Remember, I have not seen Longlegs.
That is a very good film.
You cheated on me.
Yeah.
I should go see Companion without you.
But like the whole point of this is that it's a horror comedy, and it's definitely not supposed to be good.
Yeah, but there's different types of funny,
Yeah.
you know?
I'm not saying that.
Okay.
There's not. I'm just saying, like, I think that was the creative direction with this movie, is
Okay.
they purposely made it like that,
Okay.
where a lot of things were like the same, because it's like, yeah, that's just the tone of this movie.
Jordan Van Cleve 2025.
I like that. You could hear that.
What's that sound?
Hey ho, what's that sound? Everybody.
Okay. All right. Best shot in the movie.
Best shot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I do.
Because, like, I want it to be different than the best scene. Although I could give the best scene to.
I mean, that could be why it makes it the best scene. There's been a lot of times where.
How about I switch it up?
Okay.
Best scene was when he walked in to find his mother not okay.
Okay.
And because, like, he walks in and she just slowly turns around and just fucking, like,
Now I gotta
dies.
share my best scene, Mr.
And-
Jumping Around.
And my best shot is going to be that scene where it's staring out in the pitch darkness and then you just see this faint outline of the monkey. Is good.
My favorite shot in the movie is by far where that camera angle that's almost from the perspective of the monkey, and it's just following up and
yeah.
down the stamp of the drumstick in the monkey's hand, going up and down, up and down. I think that was really a really good way, just because of the abrupt movement, that I think it really did a good visual job of instilling uneasiness of this monkey's presence.
I don't know. I didn't really think about it that deep, I guess. I just saw it as like, oh, this is where the camera's at now.
Sure.
Like I didn't get uneasiness from that.
That's okay.
Huh.
I probably think too much about things that are stupid.
I didn't say it was stupid.
Okay.
You said it was stupid.
My favorite scene was when the bad brother told the less bad brother about why he wanted to kill him, which is, you killed our mother.
You killed my mother.
Yeah, you killed my mother. I thought that was a very interesting choice, by the way. Like, he said my mother, and then the brother then said your mother.
Yeah.
That's the same mom. Y'all got the same mom.
And if you continue with that scene, he's like, I know how you feel, because, like, that was my mother, too. And then he goes, oh, yeah, you're right. Never really thought about it that way.
Yeah.
And I'm just like...
It shows how,
Yeah.
like, disassociated they were growing up.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe just he.
Yeah. But, I mean, both brothers wanted to kill both brothers.
Only at one point, okay? So, like the good one, he's like, he wanted to kill them when they were kids. That didn't happen. And he immediately, like, saw the error and realized that was not right.
Here's the thing. I think it's a scene that becomes best scene because I think it's thicker than that. Neither brother is a good person.
I don't agree with that.
Neither brother is a good person when you really think about it. Bill, the bad brother,
Yeah.
you could almost say, maybe, we can travel through other avenues, but that's not what this movie portrayed, so I'm not going to talk about it. This conclusion was based off that decision 25 years prior of him trying to use the monkey
Yes.
to kill his brother.
It was, like, the
Which then
consequences of his actions.
killed his
Yes.
mother. And it made us learn that the monkey doesn't take requests. And that's why half the city died.
I think the
because-
message of this movie is that your actions have consequences, even that could transcend years.
Yeah, maybe. I got to figure out the message, really.
That's what I think it is.
But
Because I got that from that pretty clearly.
I really think that, that's just what my favorite part of the scene. Because when he says to him, you killed my mother, and then it's that upward shot of him remembering and being so mad at himself, not just his brother. It's a full circle thing. Like, this goes deeper than good guy versus bad guy. Way deeper. These are three-dimensional people, and the story did a very good job of portraying that. And that's the scene that really takes the cake for me because of it. And so I'll say that's the best scene. Best lines in the movie.
I'm gonna go with just that scene, honestly. Like that was my mother too. I liked that a lot.
Yeah. See, I had something earlier in the movie, but then I lost it. I do know what's the worst line. We gotta scramble like we're effing eggs.
That was said twice in the movie.
That was horrible. Horrible.
I love that though. That's like just such an old saying.
It's terrible. If we rewatched it real quick, I could tell you exactly what line I was thinking about putting it in there. It was about the middle of the movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it's good. It's good. But yeah, I can't think of nothing crazily stood out for. Wow, that was a good line for me, except for that scene that we were just talking about.
Yeah.
So I think I'll just piggyback on that one. I think I'm gonna give this movie an 83.
83. That's really high.
You're right. You're right.
I mean, if you want to give it an 83, go for it.
No. Let's. Now that I think about it, this movie made fun of itself enough to where they probably wouldn't even rate it that high.
Yeah.
I'd probably give it like a 78.
I'm going to give it a
79.
67.
Wow, you did not like this movie.
No, I did.
Really? Okay.
It's a good movie. It's enjoyable. It's definitely rewatchable, but like, it's not like a good movie.
It's not like French Hand, Bon Appetit good. It's slapstick.
It's kind of like one of those. It's almost like one of those so bad it's good kind of situations.
I don't think so. But yeah, I'll give it a strong 78. So you said you give it a 67?
Yeah.
All right, let me do some math real quick. Jordan, say something funny.
Okay. I pulled out my calculator, and you said you were going to do it yourself.
What?
I pulled out my calculator, and you said you were going to do it yourself. Excuse me, sorry. Excuse me, sir. Do you have anything to say? Or you? Strong silent type, I guess.
All right, ready to do some math, good sir.
You said you're going to do it yourself.
What? When?
You said, I got to do some math really quick.
Oh, did I? Whoopsie daisies. I got to do some scoring real quick.
Okay. I got my calculator.
7 plus 10 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 5 plus 8 plus 10 plus 8 plus 8.
77.
All right. So I gave it a 78 or a 79.
That's good.
That's good. Had you not checked me, that would have been pretty off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I originally gave it an 83.
Yeah.
And you're like, you're right. You're right. It's not it's not crazy. All right, Jordan.
It's definitely one of those movies you put on like during like a party, like a house party.
So let's see. So I think it gets a 72 overall between the two of us for what this movie is.
Yeah.
I'd say it's a pretty good movie. What's the best movie we've seen so far this year?
I don't remember.
It doesn't have to come out this year. It's just what we've seen this year.
I don't.
This was a failed episode, but Nickel Boys was pretty solid.
Nickel Boys was pretty solid.
No. But anyways,
Captain America.
we hope that you enjoyed this movie review of The Monkey by Oz something. As stated at the beginning of the episode, you can find us on Spotify, Google, or Apple Podcasts for Too Many Words. Or you can find us on YouTube at Scaldstone Productions. Jordan, who or what do you dedicate this podcast episode out to?
This podcast episode goes out to Isaac's left big toe.
All right. You can find me on Instagram at isaac.w.joseph, Joesph. What?
Yeah.
On Instagram.
Yeah.
If you want to participate in Fancers,
Are you not gonna dedicate the episode?
you can find me on Facebook, Isaac William Joseph. And lastly, I dedicate this podcast episode out to... the movie The Thing. Thank you all. 1, 2, 3, amen.
Amen. 3.
1, 2, 3.
Amen.
Amen.